Hi, it's Mary from Singing Strong, and this is the grade 3 singing sight reading component from the AMEB exam. So, this is the practice video for grade 3 singing sight reading. Now, some things to consider. First of all, you have to consider what key it's in. In grade 3, all of the keys are major. So, we have C, G, D, B flat, A, E flat major. And we'll have a look at those when we go through the examples. You have 3 time signatures to consider. We have 2/4, which is duple time. So that's 2 quarter notes in a bar, 2 crotchets in a bar, 2 tars in a bar, however you want to say it. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we have 3/4, which is triple time. So we have 3 quarter notes in a bar, or 3 crotchets in a bar, or 3 tars in a bar, however you want to say it. And that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it feels like a dance or a waltz, as opposed to 2/4, which is more like marching. And then 4/4, you have 4 quarter notes in a bar, or 4 crotchets in a bar, or 4 tars in a bar. They all mean the same thing, but you have 4 crotchet beats in a bar. You need to look at the rhythms. So scan the rhythm silently, and getting the rhythm correct is half of the mark for the sight reading. So if you can get the rhythm right, you're halfway there. Then on which beat of the bar does the music start? Now, on all of the pieces in grade 3, they start on the first beat of the bar. There is one example where there's a rest, but that's still considered the first beat of the bar. Then you have to look at, are there any unusual rhythmic patterns? There's not. It's really just crotchets, quavers, minims, and dotted minims. So there's nothing too difficult in terms of the rhythm. And is syncopation used? Is it off the beat? Not much syncopation in this one. The pitch, on what note of the scale does it start? So when you're looking at the pieces of music, and we'll go through them in a minute, you need to consider, is it the tonic note, the starting note of the scale, the home note, or is it the dominant note? Is it the 5th or is it the 3rd? So you've got to know what key you're in and then work out what the note is, because the examiner will give you the starting note, which is not necessarily the start of the scale. Sometimes, for most of them, the music starts on the tonic note, but not always. Can you see scale forms? Can you see ascending or descending scales? Are there arpeggios? Are the notes skipping? Can you see any unusual intervals in the music? Now, make sure you sing it musically as best you can. What are the dynamics of the music? Now, there's 2 dynamics that can be used in grade 3 singing, and that's mezzo piano, moderately soft, or mezzo forte, moderately loud. So that's the 2 dynamic markings. That's how loud or soft you need to sing it. And then it asks, what's the tempo? All of the pieces in grade 3 are moderato, which just means at a moderate tempo, not too fast, not too slow. What does the marked phrasing tell you about breathing? So most of the pieces have 2 phrases. You can see there's slurs. So the slurs are where you sing in a phrase. Most of the pieces have 2 phrases. And then which vowel will you use to sing the example? Now you can choose. You can use R, E, U. It's up to you. I would recommend singing on R. It's just the easiest way I find to do. If you have a favourite vowel that you prefer to sing on, well, you're welcome to use that. All right, let's have a look at number 1. Now, as I said before, all of the tempos are moderato in grade 3, so that makes it a little bit easier, just moderate tempo. We have 4/4, so there's 4 crotchet beats in a bar, or 4 tars, or 4 quarter notes. We have MP, so it's mezzo piano, moderately soft. And then if we're looking at the key signature, you can see there are 3 sharps at the start there. We have an F sharp, a C sharp, and a G sharp. So what key are we in? Well, if you have a look at the music, it starts on A and it ends on A. So that's a pretty good indication that it's in A major. So that's our tonic note. If we have a look, we have A major. So we have the 3 sharps. We have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, and A. Okay, and then it goes up above it too. Let's have a look at the rhythm. So we have TTs, we have tars, we have twos, and we have a couple of crotchet rests. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4. T, T, ta, 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 2, rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 3, rest. Let's clap that. So you can see also there's 2 slurs, so you have to sing it in 2 phrases. So let's do the first rhythm. 1, 2, clapping now. Ti, ti, ta, 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 2, rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 3, rest. I'm going to play the starting note, and you can see that it goes up in a scale and then it comes back down in a scale. So it's sort of up and down in a scale in the first phrase, and then the second phrase it goes down and comes back up again. So I'm going to give you the starting note. I want you to pause the video, just have a go at singing it, and then restart the video and I'll go through it with you. So here's the starting note. So the examiner will give it to you twice. Have a go at it. Pause the video. Let's have a look at the sight reading here. So we're starting on the A, and we can see it goes up and then comes back down, then rest, then down, and you have to sing it on R. So it goes ah, rest, ah, rest. Number 2. Okay, so we're moderato. That's not going to change. We are MP again, moderately soft. We're in 3/4. The time signature is 3/4. So that's 3 crotchets in a bar, 3 tars or 3 quarter notes, or 3 crotchets in a bar. So it's like dancing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at the rhythm. If we count it, so it's 1, 2, 3, 2, ti, ti, ta, rest, ta, 2, ta, 2, rest. And you can see again it's in 2 phrases. So I'm going to give you, it's in, what's it in? What key are we in? We've got a B flat and an E flat. So that means we're in B flat major. So we're starting on, so we've got a B flat and an E flat in the B flat major scale. And you can see we're starting up here, we go down, and we've got a little leap at the start there. So you've got a leap at the start, and then you go back up again in a scale. You can see it's in it steps. Here's your starting note. I'm going to pause the video, try and sing it, and then we'll come back and have a look at it. Have a go. Okay, so here is the phrase. So we've got two phrases in the little piece. So it's 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, rest. 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. So it would sound like this. Ah, rest. Ah. Number 3, moderato. Again, we're mezzo forte this time, so moderately loud. Let's have a look at the rhythm. We're 4/4, so we have 4 crotchet beats in a bar, or 4 quarter notes, or 4 tars in a bar. And we have quite a few TTs at the start here. So let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 ta, ta, 2, ta, rest. Ta, T, T, ta, ta, 3, rest. Let's clap that. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 ta, ta, 2, ta, rest. Ta, T, T, ta, ta, 3, rest. Now, what key are we in? So we have an F sharp and a C sharp at the start. It starts on D and it finishes on D. So it's a pretty good indication that it's in D major. F sharp, C sharp. So that's D major. So I'll give you the starting note. You can see we go down, then we go back up, and then we go up slightly and then down at the end. So that's the tonic. I'll pause the video and see if you can work it out. This is how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a big leap. 2, 3, off. So let's sing that on R. So there's a fifth there in the middle. There's quite a leap. Number 4, moderato again, mezzo forte, moderately loud. We're in 4/4. Let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 2, ta, 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 rest. Ta, ta, 2, ta, 3, rest. And if we clap it, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 2, ta, 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 rest. Ta, ta, 2, ta, 3, rest. Now, looking at the key signature, we have an F sharp. Now, the first note is a B, but the last note is a G. And I would say trust the end note more than the beginning note to give you the key that it's in. And in this case, it's in G major. That's the tonic, that's the home note. And we have an F sharp. So we're actually starting on the third up. So we're starting on the B, and that's the tonic. Okay. So you can see we've actually got a descending scale at the start there. We're starting on what you would call me. Me. See if you can work it out. Pause the video and work it out. Okay, so this is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, rest. So this is how it sounds. Rest. Number 5, moderato again, mezzo piano, moderately soft. We're in 4/4 again, 4 crotchet beats in a bar, 4 tars in a bar, 4 quarter notes in a bar, however you want to say it. And we have dotted crotchets in this one, so we have to be careful of those. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ti, ta, ta, 2, ta, rest. Ta, ti, ta, ta, 4. So 4 beats at the end. Let's clap it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ti, ta, ta, 2, ta, ta, ti, ta, ta, 4. And we're in a different key again. This time we have 3 sharps at the start, F, C, and G. We've had this before, it was the first one. And again, the last note's giving us the clue as to what key it's in. We know that it's A major. And this time we're starting here. So we have, that's the do, and so we're on so. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, so. We're on so. Now it's your turn to work it out. Here's the starting note. Stop the video, see if you can work it out. And this is how it sounds. Rest. 2, 3, 4. So let's sing it on R. Ah, rest. Ah. Number 6. We're in 3/4. We're in G major. We have mezzo piano. We're starting on the B, which is me. And you can see it actually goes down at the start. So it's mi, re, do. And there's your do, the third note. And it's also the tonic at the end. Let's do the rhythm. Let's do the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Ti ti ta ta ti ti ta. Rest. Ti ti ta ta 3. And if we clap it, 1, 2, 3. Ti ti ta ta ti ti ta. Rest. Ti ti ta ta 3. This is your starting note. Remember, it was the me. Pause the video and see if you can work it out. Okay, let's have a look at it. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 2, 3. And if we sing it, rest. Number 7. We are in moderato again, mezzo forte, 4/4, 4 crotchets in a bar, or 4 tars, or 4 quarter notes. And we have 3 flats at the start. So we have an E flat, a B flat, E flat, and A flat. And the end note gives us a clue. It's in E flat. Let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ti ti ta ta. Rest. Ti ti ta ta. Rest. Ti ti ta 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 ti ti 2. Now this has 3 phrases. So just you can see the 3 slurs there. So you have to sing it in 3 phrases. Let's clap the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ti ti ta ta. Rest. Ti ti ta ta. Rest. Ti ti ta 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 ti ti 2. Here's the starting note. We are in E flat major, but we're starting on the G. Again, we're starting on the mi. Do, re, mi. And we skip down. So try and work it out. Pause the video. Try and work it out. This is how it goes. Rest. Rest. So if we sing it, ah, ah, ah. Number 8, we're in 3/4, moderato, moderately loud. And again, we're not starting on the tonic. If you have a look at the end, we're in F major. So we have a B flat. And we're starting on the mi again. We're starting on A, which is the mi, and we're going up. Let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 ta. Rest. Ta, 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 2. And we clap it. 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 ta. Rest. Ta, 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 2. Here's your starting note. And here's the tonic, the F. So we're starting on the mi. And you can see we're stepping up, and then we step down and up and down. So we've got it's mainly scales here. It's mainly stepping up and down. Pause the video, see if you can work it out. This is how it goes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if we sing it, rest. Number 9, we're in 3/4, and this one starts and ends on the tonic, and you can see we've got an F sharp, so that makes it a G major. So that's the key we're in, and we're starting on G, and we're in 3/4. Let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 2. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, 2. Rest. Let's clap it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ti, ti, ta, ta, 2. Rest. Here's the starting note. And you can see we've got an arpeggio at the start. We're skipping notes. So see if you can work out the arpeggio. Here's the note. Pause the video, see if you can sing it. This is how it sounds. 1, 2, 3. scale going down. So we have arpeggios up and then step down or third, and then so we have number 10. We're in 3/4 and we are in C major. There's no sharps or flats at the start, and it starts and ends on a C. So there we go. So C major, that's one we should know pretty well. We're in 3/4, so it's 1, 2, 3. Ti ti ta 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 rest. Ta ta ti ti ta 2 rest. Let's clap it. 1, 2, 3. Ti ti ta 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 rest. Ta ta ti ti ta 2 rest. Here's your starting note. Pause the video, see if you can work it out. This is how it sounds. 1, 2, 3. Rest. And if we sing it on R, rest. R. Number 11. Now, this one has the rest at the start. The first beat of the bar is actually a rest. So moderato, mezzo piano, moderately soft. We're in 4/4. Let's go through the rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Ti 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 ta, rest. Ti ti ta ta ta, ti ti ta ta, rest. Ti ti 2. So this is an interesting shaping of phrases. So you've got 3 phrases. You've got to sing through those second and third bars, okay? Let's clap it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Ti 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 ta. Rest. Ti ti ta ta ta. Ti ti ta ta. Rest. Ti ti 2. So you've got to be careful on that second and third bar. Keep singing through. We are in C major again, but this time we're starting on the G. So we're starting on the dominant, the 5th. And here's the tonic. That's where we end up. And you can see we're actually going up at the start. We've got a scale. So we're on so, and then a few ups and downs. See if you can work it out. Pause the video. This is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 And if we were to sing it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Ah, rest. Ah, rest. Ah. So it's a little tricky how you have to keep going in that middle second phrase. And number 12, we're back to 2 phrases. And we have 4/4, 4 crotchets in a bar, 4 tars in a bar, 4 quarter notes in a bar. You can see them at the start there on the first bar. And we have 3 flats. So the beginning and the end note are the same. They're the tonic. That gives us a clue. It's E flat. And we have a bit of a step up here. It's mainly scale stepping up and down. So let's have a look at the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, 2, ta. So if we clap it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, 2, ta. Here's the starting note, the E flat. Pause the video and see if you can work it out. This is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. And if we were to sing it, rest. All the best with your exam.